Work twice as hard to get half as far as what I was raised to believe, and unfortunately, 3 decades later, still rings true for me. Speak this way so they'll accept you. Make sure to enunciate every word. Practice your telephone voice. Don't speak that way around them. They'll tease you. When you're at school, put that telephone voice back on. My voice was trained to be adaptable to the environment I was in, and often I would not speak afraid the words wouldn't come out when and how they were supposed to be. Get all the awards. Nothing lower than an A is acceptable. Don't miss a day of school. Have perfect attendance. Straighten your hair for that job interview if you really want that job. Don't forget to smile when you talk. Climb the corporate ladder. Make them like you. Make them comfortable. Smile, laugh, smile. You have to work twice as hard to get half as far. I wish I could walk down any street, into any grocery store in rural or southern Ohio, into any room I wanted, and not automatically be assumed to be this aggressive, angry, uneducated, unapproachable Black woman. In all honesty, in these rooms I speak of, I'm often the most educated and overqualified, although I've historically dumbed down myself to avoid conflict and just have peace, not being me. Who was I? So now I don't work twice as hard to get half as far, pretending not to know how to operate a system, to not be reported to HR for retaliation when speaking up, to smile when disrespected, to make sure I receive the raise or promotion. Smile, laugh, smile. Taking my degrees and some of my experience off my resume to get an interview, taking my urban films off my acting resume to get more network co-star auditions after over a decade of professional experience, coming to an institution to get a second master's degree because as a Black woman who wants to evoke change through artistry, absolutely has to master it with receipts, with degrees, no room for error, preferably Ivy League, work twice as hard to get half as far. Speak well. Make them like you. Smile. I'm a mother to many, but I'm too afraid to bring biological children into a world with such an uncertain future that I would still have to teach them to mute their voice, to tell them they have to work twice as hard to get half as far, to speak well. Make people like you. Smile. With banned books allowing history to comfortably repeat itself with no repercussions, immunity to people who wrongfully kill and profile, fighting for people who won't fight for me. Don't post political or religious views. You may not get that job. You may not get that gig. I don't want it anyway. If I have to be silenced, I don't want to be hired or work with people who hate me. It felt a lot better when hate was hidden, but at least I'm learning who to protect myself from. The most disrespected person in America is still the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is still the Black woman. The most neglected person in America is still the Black woman. And even if you're half, a fourth of that, a drop, passing, it still rings true for you. I will not be silenced. I will take up space unapologetically. If that makes me seem unapproachable because I'm not easily digestible, then let it be true. You could not pass judgment unless you walked at least a half a mile in my shoes. My voice is all I have. I will continue to use it boldly, proudly. I will lead by love as a Christian the best I can, and I will not now or never be used, abused, or muted again.